Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your hosts for this evening, CSTV sports anchor and host Danielle Sargent, and ESPN women's college basketball analyst and current WNBA player Kara Lawson.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2006 NCAA Woman of the Year Awards dinner. Kara and I are thrilled to be your hosts again this year as we celebrate the NCAA's most outstanding female student athletes. Tonight's theme is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. As we proceed through our program, you will meet women who spent their yesterdays dreaming big dreams. They come before us today as women of accomplishment. If their academic, athletics, and community achievements are indicators, their tomorrows are so full of promise. We know for certain they will change the world.
Each of these young women has already made an impact on their campuses and in their communities. They excel in their respective sports. They excel in the classroom. And by their community service and outreach, they strive to make tomorrow's world a better place. They have spent their yesterdays practicing and studying. Today, we recognize and applaud them for their excellence. Tomorrow, we expect that they will continue to have an impact. This year, 30 conference honorees were selected, 10 from each division. From those 30 women, 3 from each division were named finalists. From the 9 finalists, the NCAA Committee on Women's Athletics has selected the 2006 NCAA Woman of the Year. Let's meet our conference honorees.
Coast Conference, Annie Versago, Wake Forest University. From the Atlantic Coast Conference, Courtney Bumpers, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. From the Northeast 10 Conference, Maureen Burns, Bryant University.
Representing the Patriot League, Kira Karlstrom, American University. Representing the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, Nicole D Young, the University of Alaska, Anchorage. From the North Central Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Lindsay Dietz, the University of Minnesota, Duluth.
From the Colonial Athletic Association, Janelle Angle, Old Dominion University. Representing the New England Small College Athletic Conference, Elizabeth Guernsey, Trinity College of Connecticut. From the Southeastern Conference, Angela Holman, Auburn University.
From the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Jennifer Irwin, Ferris State University. From the State University of New York Athletic Conference, Musu Jackson-Buckner, State University College of Oneonta. Representing the Northwest Conference, Courtney Carr, the University of Puget Sound.
From the Mountain West Conference, Maya Kovacek, the University of New Mexico. From the Southeastern Conference, Sarah Lowe, the University of Florida. From the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, Victoria Martinez, Adams State College.
From the University Athletic Association, Renee Nooner, the University of Chicago. From the Iowa Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Katie Peterson, Central College of Iowa. Representing the Minnesota Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Angela Pfeifer, Concordia College, Moorhead.
From the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Julia Rudd, the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. From the State University New York Athletic Conference, Jody Shopman, State University College at Potsdam. From the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference, Kristin Schumann, Trinity University of Texas.
From the Sunshine State Conference, Greta Trotman, Barry University. And representing the South Atlantic Conference, Martina Mu Young, Wingate University.
Ladies and gentlemen, the NCAA Woman of the Year honorees.
At this time, I'd like to invite to the stage NCAA President, Dr. Miles Brand.
Thank you, Kara and Danielle, and to those accomplished women on the stage with me, I say thank you as well. On behalf of the NCAA and its member institutions and conferences, I welcome you to the 2006 NCAA Women of the Year Awards Dinner and the final event of the NCAA Centennial Year. I stand among these young women, humbled by their achievements, but more so by their willingness to honor their successes by giving back to their communities in which they live and to the school to which they attend. Their record of academic achievement and their community service is unparalleled. They are truly today's shining stars. As we celebrate our student athletes today, we acknowledge and appreciate yesterday's pioneers, the women who played in small gyms, played before only their teammates, who played when no one encouraged them to do so, but who played because as athletes, they were compelled to play. We owe them our undying appreciation. Similar to those women from yesterday, today's honorees will mentor tomorrow's student athletes and leaders. Your actions during your collegiate years will influence and impress middle school students, high school athletes, and even those fourth graders who ask for your autograph after a home contest. Her dreams for tomorrow include being just like you. Every year, the selection process seems to get more difficult. Administrators from the NCAA member schools compose the Women of the Year Selection Committee, and tonight I'd like to recognize Tanya Rush, Chair of the NCAA Women's Year Selection Committee. Please help me recognize Tanya. Tanya is the Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs at Morgan State University. I'd also like to invite all members of the Women of the Year Selection Committee and the Committee on Women's Athletics who are here. Please stand and be recognized. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce one of the newer members of the NCAA National Office staff, someone who served the NCAA in many different capacities while on campus, and someone we know who will continue to lead in her new role as the NCAA Senior Vice President for Championships and Senior Woman Administrator. Please help me welcome Joni Comstock.
Thank you, Miles. I would also like to welcome our esteemed honorees, their families, and university administrators who are in attendance tonight. Tonight is a special one for me as I represent the NCAA for the first time at this awards dinner. Just a few weeks ago, I moved from campus, and now I have the honor to be among these elite women and speak to them for just a few moments. Your parents and families will tell you that it seems like yesterday when they watched you learn to crawl, then walk and talk, followed by entering school for the first time. You immersed yourself in each day. They blinked, and you were finishing high school and moving on to a college campus in the excitement of intercollegiate athletics. Yesterday was special for your families. During your collegiate experience, you've accomplished things that you only dreamed about as a child. You committed yourself to the team, to your studies, writing, reading, and then hurrying to practice, training, and competition. You sacrificed choosing sleep rather than late nights with friends so that you would be ready to compete the next day. You practiced every day to be the best, and with time left over, you contributed to campus as a leader and citizen. Your dedication was well worth it, because today is special for you. As you leave campus and head into the broader world today for your next set of dreams, your impact will be felt in those tomorrows. You will accomplish great things and will continue to be successful and strong women. We have seen the promise in all that you have done so far. So, tomorrow is exciting because our world will benefit from your talents and your heart. Relish this honor. Enjoy your time in the spotlight. You've earned it. And as you reflect on your college career, it will seem that you blinked and it was over. But many wonderful things await. I speak on behalf of the entire NCAA in congratulating you, and we look forward to the talents that you will share with us tomorrow. Congratulations.
NCAA Woman of the Year honorees. The NCAA expresses gratitude to the Friends of the Woman of the Year. These families have shown true Hoosier hospitality by welcoming the conference honorees to Indianapolis and providing them with transportation during the weekend. We thank you for volunteering your time to make the student athletes feel welcome. At this time, we invite everyone to enjoy dinner. We will be back shortly to meet the honorees.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage your hosts for this evening, Kara Lawson and Danielle Sargent.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The next portion of our program is so exciting because we get to learn about each of our honorees and finalists. 6 honorees couldn't be here, and we would like to recognize them at this time. From the Liberty League, Erica Eisenhut, Union College of New York's first Kodak Division III Women's Basketball All-American. From Delta State University, the Gulf South Conference Softball All-American and school record holder Elise Hasty. From the Great Lakes Valley Conference, 3-time Kodak Division II Women's Basketball All-American Amanda Newton, Drury University. From the Pacific 10 Conference, 3-time NCAA Gymnastics Champion and Canadian Olympic team member Kate Richardson, the University of California, Los Angeles. Representing the West Coast Conference, 2-time National Women's Division I Soccer Player of the Year, Christine Sinclair, the University of Portland. And representing the Southern Conference, 6-time conference indoor and outdoor track athlete of the year, Shannon Womack, the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga.
Each of the honorees tonight will receive a specially designed ring created specifically for tonight's event. This ring will remind these women of today's special ceremony and of yesterday's great accomplishments, but should also inspire them to do great things as they leave center stage as a student and an athlete and work for tomorrow's greater good. At this time, we will reintroduce the honorees and tell you a little bit about each one. With the help of video presentations, you will also meet our 9 finalists. After the introductions are finished, we will announce the 2006 NCAA Woman of the Year. In gymnastics, as in life, it's not about the falling, it's about the getting up. Our first honoree isn't afraid of falling because she knows that if you are afraid to make a mistake, you won't succeed. As a 2-time NCAA champion in the floor exercise, her university's first NCAA gymnastics champion, and school record holder in the floor, vault, and all around, she seems to land on her feet more often than not. Twice, she has won her school's Arthur Ashe Junior Sports Scholar Award, recognizing excellence among students of color and international students. This environmental health science major has participated in the Carolina Leadership Academy and the NCAA Leadership Conference. Representing the Atlantic Coast Conference, Courtney Bumpers from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Chairing her university's Student Athlete Advisory Committee wasn't enough. Maintaining a 3.17 grade point average in management didn't do the trick either. No, what our next honoree needed was more involvement. So she chose to participate in 2 sports during her college career. As a field hockey and lacrosse player, this woman was a 5-time all-conference selection and a 3-time All-American choice. She led her field hockey team to the national semifinals twice and her lacrosse team to 2 second-place finishes in the conference tournament. She ended her lacrosse career being named the conference's Defensive Player of the Year. As her university's Female Student Athlete of the Year, she was a representative on the Campus Diversity Council, and through her involvement with the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, she volunteered on projects for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the Adopt a Family program, and Special Olympics. From Bryant University, representing the Northeast 10 Conference, Maureen Burns. A 6th place finish in the NCAA Cross Country Championships and a 9th place finish in the 5,000 meters at the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships helped this honoree end her career as her university's most decorated cross country and track student athlete. 9 times she was the Patriot League Scholar Athlete of the Year, and she is a 3-time All-American in cross country. She won 12 individual conference titles, 7 relay titles, and holds 11 school distance records. And she's a math whiz, graduating with Latin honors in mathematics with a computer science specialization. She was named her athletics department's Outstanding Senior Student Athlete. Her community involvement includes coaching elementary students in track and field and basketball, as well as being a math and computer tutor. From American University, representing the Patriot League, Kira Karlstrom. Please turn your attention to our video screens as we meet our first finalist, a student athlete destined for civil service.
Wake Forest Ann Versago knows what it takes to accomplish great things in the classroom and in track and field, a trait that will serve her well as she pursues a master's degree in public policy with a goal of one day serving her country as the United States Secretary of State. The political science and economics graduate has a deep interest in the global community and has completed internships with the U.S. State Department at the Embassy in Oslo, Norway, and with the U.S. Agency for International Development in Washington, D.C. A 5-time track and cross-country All-American, Versago was the Atlantic Coast Conference champion in the 10,000 meters and is an Olympic hopeful in that event as well. Versago exudes a calm confidence when approaching both her races and community leadership roles. As an academic All-American in both cross-country and track, Versago was recognized twice as the Wake Forest Scholar Athlete of the Year and its most outstanding political science student. She also received one of 2 NCAA Walter Beyer scholarships, recognizing outstanding academic achievement and potential for success in postgraduate studies. With a global conscience and a keen interest in improving the world, Ann Versago represents a positive force for tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing the Atlantic Coast Conference, Annie Versago, Wake Forest University. If you don't find this woman on the field, you'll find her in the first chair. Here's a look at our second finalist.
being an NCAA athlete has provided me with a lot of opportunities to grow athletically, academically, and also personally.
A standout field hockey player by day, concertmaster for the Old Dominion University Symphony by night. Discipline and self-sacrifice are necessary to manage and excel in such diverse interests as music and sports, according to Janelle Angle, who somehow found the time to maintain a perfect grade point average throughout her collegiate career. This Colonial Athletic Association Scholar Athlete of the Year, First Team All-American, and ODU Outstanding Female Athlete of the Year has stayed true to her values while earning the respect of teammates, coaches, and opponents with her passion and hard work. Janelle was a 2-year team captain and has served her community through many service activities, including mentoring young field hockey players. Janelle's team won its conference championship her senior year as she led the Lady Monarchs and the CAA in scoring with 20 goals and helped her team to the NCAA National Semifinals that year. Off the field, you'll find the music education graduate in the first chair playing violin in the Dean String Quartet. Teamwork is essential on the playing field, but it's also a necessity when playing music in a quartet or orchestra. Her efforts toward being a good teammate have translated directly into being an effective leader. In every part of her life, Janelle Angle continues to make beautiful music.
From the Colonial Athletic Association and Old Dominion University, Janelle Angle.
Our next honoree excelled in 2 sports while attending college in the Great White North. The natural sciences major graduated magna cum laude with a 3.86 grade point average. She holds memberships in the Phi Kappa Phi and Golden Key Honor Societies. She was president of her school's Student Athlete Advisory Committee and has volunteered at local hospitals. As the NCAA runner-up in the 15K freestyle, she was a 2-time All-American in the Nordic Trials. In addition, she was a 4-time Ski Coaches Association Academic All-American. She also switched gears and ran cross-country for her university and was an integral contributor on a squad that made the school's first NCAA championships appearance. Representing the University of Alaska Anchorage and the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, Nicole D Young. Don't even try to analyze our next honoree because she'll beat you to the punch. She finished her career with a 3.97 grade point average in both math and psychology. As a standout forward for her school's basketball team, she was a 2-time Kodak All-American and is the only player in her school's history to lead the team in scoring 4 years in a row. She holds 6 school records, including accumulating an amazing 67% field goal percentage. She was recognized as her university's senior student athlete of the year and is the conference's player of the year. She's been selected as the ESPN Academic All-American Player of the Year twice. This 8 times Dean List student volunteers at the Boys and Girls Club and tutors and coaches young people in her community. From the University of Minnesota Duluth and the North Central Conference, Lindsay Dietz. This next honoree is Phi Beta Kappa all the way. She was awarded her college's Trustee Award for Student Excellence and prizes in its economics department for, among other things, writing the college's best economics essay. The double major in economics and public law and policy won a coveted internship with J.P. Morgan Chase in London and was a congressional intern in the office of Connecticut Senator Christopher Dodd. Her volunteer activities included many youth-related projects as well as working with residents residents of an assisted living facility. Oh yeah, and she led her rowing team to an NCAA Varsity 8 national title. For her efforts, she was recognized as her school's Female Scholarship Athlete of the Year. Representing Trinity College of Connecticut and the New England Small College Athletic Conference, Elizabeth Guernsey. Our next finalist comes from a little town, but has learned large lessons in diversity and tolerance.
For me, being an NCAA student athlete has meant so much. It's provided me the opportunity to succeed both academically and athletically. Furthermore, I've met so many friends throughout the country, and these friendships should last a lifetime.
Growing up in a small town has its advantages, but what it generally doesn't afford is diversity. Through her participation on the Auburn University cross-country and track and field teams, Angela Holman was exposed to different people than herself for the first time in her life. She made the most of the experience, gaining newfound respect for different cultures and heritages. A cross-country and track and field All-American, Angela has learned the value of teamwork during her collegiate career, realizing both humility in defeat and honor in victory. As captain of the cross-country and track and field teams, she was named the Southeastern Conference's Cross-Country Athlete of the Year, and her personal best and 7th place finish in the 10K helped Auburn win the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships. She was only the second person, male or female, to be named the SEC's Athlete of the Year 3 straight years. The exercise science graduate has also made a difference in her community, participating in the American Cancer Society Relay for Life, Toys for Tots, food drives, and blood drives. She is an NCAA and SEC postgraduate scholarship recipient and was awarded Auburn's Presidential Award of Excellence. In a world that could stand a little more appreciation for differences, Angela Holman will make tomorrow a more tolerant place to be.
From Auburn University and the Southeastern Conference, Angela Holman. Logging many hours in the lab, our fourth finalist is anything but a mad scientist.
For me, being an NCAA student athlete has meant endless opportunities. Through NCAA, I have met and established several friendships that will last a lifetime. I've had the opportunity to pursue a passion for running and competing. I've become a role model and have been presented several opportunities for personal growth.
You've probably heard the television commercial for the chemical industry. We don't make the bottle, we make the bottle better. If the bottle really is better, you can bet Ferris State University's Jennifer Erwitt will be part of the reason. As a double major in plastics engineering technology and rubber engineering technology, Jennifer has learned that prioritizing opportunities creates success both in the classroom and on the course. She was named Ferris State's Plastics Program Student of the Year, completing 2 bachelor's degrees in 4 years. The Engineering Society member volunteers in many charitable programs, including Habitat for Humanity and fundraisers such as Walk for Warmth and the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. Jennifer was Ferris State's first female cross-country All-American and completed an athletics honor sweep when she was named an All-American in cross-country, indoor track, and outdoor track. She ended her Bulldog career as the school record holder in 6 different track events. As the Ferris State Female Student Athlete of the Year and multi-time academic All-American, Jennifer knows that combining athletics and academics has allowed her to get the most out of her collegiate experience. Tomorrow's engineer, Jennifer Erwitt, is certainly today's outstanding student athlete and community citizen.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference and Fair State University, Jennifer Erwitt.
The next honoree holds school records in 9 categories as a soccer player. She was voted the Division III Player of the Year by the National Soccer Coaches Association and was her conference's Player of the Year twice. The forward helped her team finish as national runner-up in 2004. She owns school records for most career goals, most goals in a season, and most game-winning goals with 14. The chemistry major has spent several years volunteering for area hospitals. As her school's top female student athlete, she was also awarded the Nancy Hoff Award, recognizing an outstanding senior sorority member in recognition of her inspiration to the university. Representing the Northwest Conference in the University of Puget Sound, Courtney Carr. A native of Croatia, our next recipient is one of her school's most decorated tennis student athletes. She was the Conference Female Student Athlete of the Year her senior year, the first woman at her university to receive the honor. She was nationally ranked in both singles and doubles and participated in the NCAA championships 3 times in each position. As a senior, the psychology and sociology major received her region's Arthur Ashe Jr. Sportsmanship and Leadership Award. She was a 4-time conference scholar athlete and was involved in various community programs for youth, including Special Olympics and instructional tennis clinics. From the University of New Mexico and the Mountain West Conference, Maya Kovacek. Taking the lessons she learned on the court and in the locker room as a basketball team captain, our next honoree will work to unite different perspectives and cultures in the global arena. During her collegiate career, she spent countless hours through many different initiatives encouraging her peers to vote. The political science and Spanish major maintained a 3.9 grade point average in her 4 years while serving as women's basketball team captain for 3 years. She was involved in student government as an assistant cabinet director for community involvement and spent time as a volunteer for Big Brothers Big Sisters. She missed only 2 games in her basketball career, both while interviewing for the Rhodes Scholarship. She was her conference's Scholar Athlete of the Year, an NCAA postgraduate scholarship winner, and a Fulbright grant recipient. And talk about flair for the dramatic. Her game-winning free throw in overtime against LSU was her 700th career point, clinching her school's win over the number 2 ranked team. 10 days later, she scored 15 points with 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and no turnovers in a win against 5th ranked Tennessee. Representing the University of Florida and the Southeastern Conference, Sarah Lowe. Our 5th finalist was a pioneer in track and field at her institution while serving as a mentor and positive role model off the field.
To me, being an NCAA student athlete has meant I've been given the tools and opportunities to achieve goals I never knew I had.
Adrianne Musu Jackson-Buckner can point to 3 benefits derived from her collegiate athletics experience at Oneonta State: the discipline to prioritize, the privilege of traveling across the United States and to foreign countries, and endless opportunities to perform under pressure before entering the workforce. The Oneonta State 2-sport star will parlay those opportunities into her career after the English graduate finishes pursuing a master's degree. Adrienne was the Oneonta State Women's Athlete of the Year and the SUNY Track Athlete of the Year, winning the NCAA Division III Outdoor Track and Field Championship in the 200 meters. It was the first NCAA title of any kind in Oneonta State's track and field history. As a student athlete in both track and field hockey, Adrienne was a member of her school's Student Athlete Advisory Committee and interned in the university's Sports Information Department. As a member of the English Honor Society, she was a Dean's List student and a member of her conference's all-academic squad and commissioner's list. She served in many capacities as a community volunteer, including being an academic tutor and mentor. The ability to be a positive role model has left an indelible image on Adrianne Musu Jackson-Buckner, a mentor and leader of tomorrow.
Please welcome our fifth finalist, Musu Jackson-Buckner from the State University of New York Athletic Conference and State University College at Oneonta. Our next finalist will carry with her the relationships and bonds she has formed during her collegiate days.
For me, being an NCAA student athlete has really meant pursuing my passions and working hard. I didn't really want to have to look back and regret not making the most of the opportunities God has given me. And I think most importantly, it's probably been about making lifelong relationships, learning, and memories.
Unbreakable bonds. That's what student athlete Angela Pfeifer formed during her days at Concordia College and what she treasures now that her playing days have ended. Angela competed in 6 NCAA championship meets, including all 4 outdoor championships during her career, and finished 3rd in the 400 meters at last spring's championships. She holds 13 school records and 2 conference meet records. 3 times she was voted the most outstanding performer at the conference championships. A 10-time conference champion, Angela was named the MIAC's 2004 Track Athlete of the Year. Her outstanding performance and 3.91 grade point average in her majors of English writing and pre-dentistry garnered her an NCAA postgraduate scholarship. She holds membership in biology, English, and leadership honor societies, and has volunteered for various community service projects involving children, including work with orphan children in Costa Rica. According to Angela, the strength of the bond she and her teammates formed, an unbreakable bond, is one that she will carry with her forever.
From Concordia College Moorhead and the Minnesota Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Angela Pfeifer.
Our next honoree believes that her experiences in college and on track will inspire and encourage the youth in her Latino community to make good decisions and better themselves. The psychology major volunteers for several Latino youth organizations. She led her team to 3 straight NCAA Division II national championships in cross country. She is a 4-time NCAA champion and 12-time All-American in cross country and track and field. From Adams State College and the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, Victoria Martinez. Our next honoree has spent much of her collegiate career using her mind and her motivation to benefit people in need. Through research, advocacy, and grant writing, she's made a difference in several community and national organizations. A gender studies major and a forward on her school's soccer team, she was recently awarded an NCAA postgraduate scholarship, On the field, she ended her soccer career as the school and conference career record holder in goals scored. She helped her team to 4 NCAA tournament berths, including second and third place finishes. For her efforts, she was named the Division III Player of the Year as a sophomore. In her 4-year career, her team won 81% of its games, and she was voted the team's most valuable player. Representing the University Athletic Association and the University of Chicago, Renee Nooner. Educating young girls and women about the issues, concerns, and benefits of participating in women's athletics is the goal of our next honoree. She has conducted research and written papers on female athlete body image and will continue graduate studies on the subject of women in athletics. Her work gained her recognition as university's outstanding senior sociology student. This honoree was team captain for both volleyball and track and field. She led her volleyball team in both hitting and blocking and was the conference's most valuable player as a senior. She holds her school's record for most blocks in a game with 18. Her team qualified for the NCAA tourney 3 times during her career. She also competes in the high jump and track and field. Her community activities include working with school literacy programs and family fun days. In addition, she served as a tutor and mentor in the Upward Bound program and completed a mission trip to Mexico where she organized and taught religious studies and helped build a church. From Central College of Iowa, representing the Iowa Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Catherine Peterson. Our next finalist believes that helping people is simply the right thing to do.
Being an NCAA student athlete has been an honor and a privilege. It's opened the door to countless opportunities for me, one of them being able to participate in the sport that I love by representing my university and training under a program of excellence.
Look no further than Bethany Reem for an example of someone who puts others first. In the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, the Texas Women's University gymnast worked with United Way, the American Red Cross, and other organizations to assemble care packages for victims. Bethany's compassion has found its way into her career. After graduating in December, she plans to gain experience in the healthcare field before returning to school to finish a master's program in health administration. As a 2-time USA Gymnastics champion in the uneven bars, Bethany was a USA Gymnastics Scholar athlete and her team's captain. Her team won its 8th USA Gymnastics Collegiate National Championship her final year. As a senior, the business major received the Texas Women's University Athletics President's Award, the highest honor given to a current student athlete. In addition, she was a member of her university's Student Athlete Advisory Committee and a Business Honor Society. Bethany Reem believes the cohesiveness of a team is the underlying determinant of its success.
From Texas Women's University, representing the Independents, Bethany Reem. Bethany couldn't be with us this evening, so accepting the award on her behalf is Bethany's mother, Shirley. You know, your jobs aren't safe. With an eye on a job in sports administration, our next finalist is destined to take her place among the industry's finest.
To me, being an NCAA athlete is just having a ton of fun. It's getting to compete in something I love alongside wonderful teammates and coaches. It's a privilege to represent such a great university and get a top-notch education at the same time. It's really just the best of both worlds.
Striking a healthy work-life balance is important to Kristin Schumann. Participating in Division III athletics has allowed her to compete at the highest level while focusing on developing life and leadership skills. Kristin, a four-time NCAA high jump champion, holds her school and conference records in the event. She became just the second Division III female athlete to record 3 or more NCAA championships in a row in her event. She was awarded the Salute to Sports Achievement Award by the San Antonio Sports Foundation and received both an NCAA postgraduate scholarship and an NCAA Women's Enhancement Program postgraduate scholarship for careers in athletics, the same award her coach, Jenny Brewer, won 11 years ago. As a result of seeing the many roles in sports administration, the business management graduate will pursue a master's degree in sports management with the hope of landing a job in a sports-related field. By volunteering in activities like Big Brothers Big Sisters, UNICEF, and the Red Cross, Kristin hopes to impact others' lives in the future, in the same manner her teachers, administrators, peers, and fellow competitors have impacted her career. Destined to walk in the shoes of great athletic administrators, Kristin Schumann has certainly found a healthy balance for her life.
From Trinity University of Texas and the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference, Kristin Schumann.
The Triple Crown is generally reserved for horse racing analogies, but the term seems to fit our next honoree, who won her school's most valuable player awards in cross country, indoor, and outdoor track and field. She is an 11-time All-American in the sports combined. She holds school records in the indoor 3,000 meters and 5,000 meters and the steeplechase. During her senior year, she helped her team to a 4th place finish at the NCAA Division III Cross Country Championships, a 7th place finish at the NCAA Division III Indoor Track and Field Championships, and an 8th place finish at the Outdoor Track and Field Championships. As a sports management major, she chose to concentrate in coaching competitive athletics. She has worked in her school's athletics department, assisting the athletics administrators with event management, and she has participated in various human performance studies for graduate students. A member of the Dean's List and multiple honor societies, this honoree will take what she has learned in the classroom and on the track and apply it to her career in coaching. Representing the University of Wisconsin Lacrosse and the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Julia Rudd. Music is on the mind of our next honoree. With designs on teaching elementary students an appreciation for music, this woman has membership in several honor societies and is an NCAA postgraduate scholarship winner. She won her conference's Dr. Dolores Bogart Award, given to the athlete with the best academic and athletics achievements. She was a distinguished scholar in the honors program and was a music department scholar in music education and music performance. She won her university's Chancellor Award for Student Excellence. In cross country, she owns 4 course records, finished 27th in the NCAA Division III Cross Country Championships, and was a second-team academic All-American. From State University College at Potsdam and the State University of New York Athletic Conference, Jody Schopman. Chairing her university's Student Athlete Advisory Committee made a lasting impression on our next honoree. By the same token, she knows her service on this committee will benefit future student athletes at her school. As a member and later chair, her participation has included community volunteer opportunities for the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the United Way Day of Caring. The marketing major and golf standout has been named her conference's Scholar Athlete of the Year 3 times, recognizing her as the conference's top student athlete in each of its 14 sports. She has been recognized by her university's business and marketing departments with its faculty awards. She was a National Golf Coaches Scholar All-American, and she was her team's co-MVP her senior year. This honoree has also participated on the national golf team of her native Jamaica. From Wingate University and the South Atlantic Conference, Martina Mu Young. Our last finalist has begun law school at Harvard and will one day work to improve agricultural development in foreign countries. Please direct your attention to the screen next to me to meet our 9th finalist.
Being an NCAA athlete has been a chance to have a great education while playing a sport that I love and that I've played my entire life. It was just really nice when I was stressed to go out on the courts and play, and a chance to travel and to see things and to meet people.
Channeling her competitive streak into a strong determination to succeed, Barry University tennis player Greta Trotman focuses on issues that are important to her and crucial to the world. Currently studying law at Harvard, she plans to work with corporate international law, particularly with business transactions with South America. The history and literature graduate was a member of English and History Honor Societies and was given the Brink Award twice, recognizing the Barry University student who writes the best research paper in the history and political science departments. For 4 years, she organized clinics for National Girls and Women in Sport Day and National Student Athlete Day, because she says it's important to be a positive role model for children, especially young girls. Her community service has included working with homeless children and Habitat for Humanity, as well as the Special Olympics. One of the top singles and doubles players at Barry, Greta won a conference championship her senior year and finished in the top 3 twice at the NCAA championships. A 3-time All-American and an academic All-American, she holds the university's record for singles wins and was the first Barry student athlete to earn 4 straight Scholar All-American awards. Greta was the Sunshine State Conference and Barry University's Female Scholar Athlete of the Year. 4 years as a student athlete have stimulated Greta's personal growth and allowed her to use her competitive nature to affect change now and in the future.
From Barry University, representing the Sunshine State Conference, Greta Trotman. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to recognize the dedication of today's female student athletes. They are tomorrow's leaders, and they hone their skills in the classroom and on the playing field at NCAA colleges and universities. Please join me in applauding their accomplishments.
Oh, it's that time. You guys nervous? All right, now time to honor and name one of these women as the NCAA Woman of the Year. I would like to welcome back to the stage Tanya Rush, Chair of the NCAA Woman of the Year Selection Committee.
Good evening. On behalf of the NCAA, it is my distinct pleasure to announce to you the 2006 NCAA Woman of the Year, representing Wake Forest University and the Atlantic Coast Conference, Annie Versago.
Wow. Well, first of all, I really want to thank the NCAA for this honor, and what an honor it is to be here, included among so many accomplished and inspiring women here. I want to thank my family here, my grandma and grandpa who are right down here, and my mom and dad. And I want to thank everybody at Wake Forest, so many wonderful and inspiring people that I've met there. And I think this is really a testament to the kind of opportunities that I was awarded there. And I especially want to thank my teammates and my coach, Annie Bennett, who came here from the ACC meet this morning. And lastly, I just want to thank all the NCAA female athletes who came before us and really paved the way for us to compete in sports and fought for the concept that we are athletes too. And what they've given us is just an opportunity that for all of us is, having been NCAA student athletes, it's something that's really enriched our lives, and I just want to thank all the women who came before us for that. Thank you.
Annie, congratulations to you for an honor that's certainly a fitting finish to your intercollegiate athletics career. And congratulations to all of our honorees. You guys are all so wonderful, so great. All of you finalists, you represent yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We gratefully acknowledge your hard work and dedication in athletics and academics. Please be sure to watch ESPN2 December 3rd at noon Eastern for a rebroadcast of our salute to these outstanding young women. For my co-host, Kara, and the entire NCAA, we want to thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Good night, everyone.